Hey guys, welcome to another video. This one is like, it's not quite as light lightweight or jolly or or happy as my usual videos, but I just wanted to just air a couple thoughts I had, and these are all just sparked by the murder of XXX Tentacion. It's like, it's really annoying because like after hearing the whole story and everything and hearing the news about it, it really covered my day or my mood with a really depressive undertone, and like it really got me deep in a lot of things. And most people might be like, oh, why is it hitting you so bad? Why are you so emotional? Why this, why that? But like I believe this to be the reason for why I like his music, or I think so highly of him, or I thought so highly of him as a person, was way back to late 2017 when my mate committed suicide. XXXTentacion's music, his 17 album, was really what I believe helped me get through a lot of the thoughts I was going through then. It really acted like a sponge to which I could just like soak out the emotions, everything I wanted to do, all the things I wanted to scream at the time. It just felt like it was such a perfect album to air that kind of emotion with, and just trapped it in that case. And every time I listen back to it, it just takes me back to that moment, because there's so much emotion that's been trapped in the music on that album. And that's besides the fact that it's just beautiful, good music. And that's not just why I feel so connected, because I mean, at the end of the day, we're humans. We should be able to appreciate when someone passes. Not appreciate the passing, but appreciate their life, and be able to understand that any life lost due to non-natural circumstances is terrible, especially when young people die. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if they were older, you might say old age, that time was then. But this kid is 17, sorry, he's 20 years old, and like a lot of people say, 20 where you start really living your life. Obviously he's been through a lot, and like I know so many people that talked about how they didn't like him because how negative he is, how his style of music, that he makes trash music. Obviously I don't believe that he makes trash music. I think he's probably one of the most versatile rappers. I say that to everyone. I'm like, if there's any artist that I think is super underrated in terms of the respect that people give him, it's this kid. He was mad talented, mad creative. It's crazy to think that we live in a world where when someone dies, everyone is quick to list out all the things they did wrong. I mean, I personally believe, yes, he did wrong, but I personally believe that a lot of people might disagree with me, but like, there's no one that is 100% bad. There's no one that's just pure bad or pure evil. They might do a lot of terrible things, and rightfully so. I can understand why some people might believe that certain people are just 100% bad, but I feel like there's always an explanation to some extent to why people do certain things. And not to say that certain explanations are plausible or reasons why you should tolerate them, but at least you know that wasn't just done because. Sometimes even if they say it's just because, there is some deep-rooted issues. Like, he went through a lot growing up with his mom, and like going to teenage prison or whatever it's called, it's juvie or whatever. But like, I could understand, being me, I've gone through a lot of struggles myself, to be able to look at someone who's also gone through struggles and see how that could really affect the way you do things. And I don't think there's anyone who has an inability to be able to do that. I just think there's just people in this world that are so cold half-hearted that they can't just be able to, like, why do you need to find it in your, now that he's died, worst case scenario or best case scenario, just shut up, don't say anything. But people find it necessary that they get up, go out of their way to tarnish the life and the good deeds that this kid was trying to do. And if anyone was saying, oh, he was getting into fights, he was beating people up, he was this, he was that, but at the end of the day, if you looked at his journey towards now, or till the day he died, he was becoming more and more positive. And it's crazy that you could, that people don't care, that people don't care enough. And like the guys on Hip Hop DX were pointing out that, like, it's crazy that even in the video that circulated, I think that was madly inconsiderate of whoever it was that posted that video, to have been sharing videos of this man's dead body. But it's like, we live in a generation, or in a world, where someone's just been shot, and in the video all you can see is like 2 or 3 people moving closer to try and figure out what's going on, and everyone else has got their phones out. Or, well, not everyone else, at least that guy or girl or whoever it was had his or her phone out, recording the body. Like, bruh, how insensitive do you have to be to being in a situation like that? Recording is what comes to your mind. You want to be the first. Then again, I don't know if this is the motive behind it. Different people react differently to different situations, but the way I see it, it's like, why is it looks like someone is thinking about it as an opportunity to be the first person to get this news out, first person to do this. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is a kid that, in my music dreams and hopes, I told myself that this is one of the people I would love to make music with, or at least just be around them while to watch their creative processes, because the music they come up with is, being a creative person myself, I think about it and I'm like, this takes another level of thought and in a deeper level of understanding. It comes from a different place. It doesn't come from a normal place. It doesn't come from just picking up a pen and writing. It really speaks of their heart, or their mental state, or their mind, or whatnot. Because there's a lot of music out there, but for you to be able to just listen to someone and be like, wow, this really says something. And the like multitude of songs that's on Spotify and Apple Music, it's just crazy. I know I'm just rambling on, but I definitely feel like we as a world need to really work more to trying to become more apathetic or empathetic, I believe is the word. Yeah, empathetic. We need to be more compassionate and understanding and tolerant, because we live in a world that is so sensitive. We're so sensitive, but at the same time, we're still the same ones that will come out and like do the most inconsiderate things going. Like, these same people that would come out and bash them if, for instance, they, God forbid, they go through something as terrible as this or death, they would probably be, then again, hurt people. So you're able to kind of see that these people and the way they react to things is just a reflection of what is going on inside. A lot of times it's like, whether it's unhappiness with their situations, whatnot, it's crazy. I think just the moral of my thought process right now is just, one, get these thoughts out of my head. Two, just to encourage people to be more open to new things, open to change, open to people, because sometimes the people that hurt us most are the people who are hurting most. And this kid, I do not believe there's anyone who deserves to die, and he definitely didn't. And one of the worst thoughts in my head is he never gets the chance to right his wrongs, or, well, I believe he did on quite to some people, but he never got the chance to fully right all his wrongs or whatever. And that's crazy. Death is a beautiful thing because it's part of nature, but if it's not your time to go, then I don't believe anyone has a right to take that from you. It's crazy, but yeah. I would definitely urge people to just go listen to his music. It's hopefully you'll be able to see what I see or hear what I hear. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Because I know what it's like to lose someone. The crazy thing is, when I heard that someone said he died, the first thing that came to my mind was just fear that it was like a suicide or something. Because that's a topic that he covers a lot. And I was really scared with all the stuff that's going on around him. I was just like, please no. And I don't know. I don't want to say this is worse than that, but it's, regardless, it's still terrible that life is lost. No matter how it's lost, it's not a nice feeling at all. Some people might be able to understand what I'm talking about. Some people might be like, what the heck are you on about? Yeah, it's cool to know that, but yeah. We need to strive to spread love and not hate. I think that's all I've got to say, really. I was meant to post a video a couple days ago about my the day that I did the interview for the creative features thing. They haven't got back to me yet, but I haven't posted that because there's been a lot going on. Plus today I just don't feel like really editing any videos besides just this conversation. But yeah, that's about it. If you haven't got anything good to say, don't say anything at all. Peace.